Welcome to EDU World Space.
For the first equation, it is quadratic in nature, so we could say let's multiply both sides of the equation by 3 to the x. What's this going to do? Well, when we distribute it on the left, we get 3 to the x times 3 to the x, which would be 3 to the x plus x, or 3 to the 2x, minus 15 times 3 to the x plus negative x is 0, and then that would be 8 times 3 to the x. And so 3 to the 0 is 1, so that's really just minus 15 here. And if we rewrite it as 3 to the 2x minus 8 times 3 to the x minus 15 equals 0, and we can think of 3 to the 2x as 3 to the x squared. This is quadratic in nature. Let's do a substitution. Let's say u is equal to 3 to the x, and this is u squared minus 8u minus 15 equals 0. Can't factor, but we can use a quadratic formula. U would be equal to opposite b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So u would be 8 plus or minus 64 plus 60 is 124. 124 is 4 times 31, so that's 2 square root 31. And so that's 4 plus or minus the square root of 31. Remember, u, though, is 3 to the x. So 3 to the x equals 4 plus or minus the square root of 31. And now we can use the log of both sides. The log of 3 to the x equals the log of 4. Let's go plus square root 31 first. And so x log 3 using the power rule would equal log of 4 plus square root 31. And then divide both sides by log of 3. And so there's your exact answer. We are only going to do the positive one because if we were to do the negative one, we would get a negative value. Square root 31 is bigger than 4, so that would be negative, and therefore we would be doing the logarithm of a negative number, which is not possible, so just the plus. To 2 decimal places, log of 4 plus square root 31 over log of 3 is 2.06. Second equation, let's get our logs on the same side by adding log base 5 of 2x minus 5 to the left-hand side. So now we're just equal to 2 on the right-hand side. Now let's condense these logarithms as a single log base 5 of, since we're adding, would be the product of x and 2x plus 2x minus 5, equals 2. Now it's condensed, we can do an exponential base 5 to both sides. That's going to get rid of the log base 5, and so we have just x times 2x minus 5 on the left equals 5 squared, or 25 on the right. Distribute the x, we get 2x squared minus 5x equals 25. Subtract 25 to both sides. And then we can look to factoring. Let's see, what multiplies to negative 50 and adds to negative 5? That would be a negative 10 and a positive 5. Multiply to negative 50 and add to negative 5. So we can factor by grouping now. We can take a 2x out of the first quantity, left with x minus 5. We can take a 5 out of the second quantity, left with x minus 5. So now we have a common quantity of x minus 5, and what we took out 2x plus 5. So by the zero factor theorem, x is 5, or x is 2x plus 5 equals 0. So subtract 5 and divide by 2, that's negative 5 halves. Now we can't do a logarithm of a negative value, so negative 5 halves is extraneous and just 5 is the solution.